Away we go! The crowd loved that move! Purple Rollers off to a great start. Cross racing here. Oh, he gets bumped! Those racers fall off! Hello, and welcome to round 5 of Forolla Prix. This takes place on Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Canada. A marble-sized recreation of that very technical track. See the standings now. Team Riptide, 5-point lead to Sandy Speeders, the same margin to Purple Rollers. The championship is still very much for anyone. Let's look at the track. You can see there the starting line. And a pretty tight left-hander, like a 90-degree, but you have to set up right away for this very sharp U-turn-ish, but marbles will be taking it wider. Then you have the chicane, turn 4 and 5, a sweeping right-hander, turn 5, marbles will have to set up for the heavy braking zone, turn 6 and 7. We're gonna have to see how marbles will overtake through there. A little straight, then turn 8 and 9, another chicane, and then a long straight, but then you have to brake very hard into turn 10. Some marbles will be diving down the inside, we'll have to see. And then you have a long straight, and the last chicane. Marbles actually almost have straight shot that, but it's very close. It can save you a lot of time, but it's a big risk, because if you hit that wall way too fast, you're gonna bounce back and just lose all of your momentum. Team Riptide will be first up for qualifying. They're gonna face the track first. Remember, marbles have never raced on this track before, only test marbles, to make sure it works. Team Riptide. Up here, going onto the last chicane. Not a bad bounce, and 16.526 is the time to beat. Sandy Speeders up next. They're Team Riptide's main championship rivals. Going around the sweeping turn 5, 6, and 7. Staying pretty tight on the chicane. Opening up the hairpin pretty wide. And they're gonna go there. They're gonna be a bit faster than Team Riptide, 300ths of a second. Purple Rollers up next. They stay wide for turn 2. Everyone seems to be staying wide for that sweeping right-hander. But the only 3 marbles have gone, so anything is still quite unknown of this track. Purple Rollers, 15.986, almost 5/10 of a second faster than Sandy Speeders. Sandy Speeders, usually very good at qualifying, not this time. Team Midnight up next, going through turn 8 and 9, that little chicane. And turn 10, the hairpin. They're gonna set up all of their speed for this chicane. They minimize the bounce, and they are 6/10 of a second faster than Purple Rollers. Trifastics up next. You can see how a lot of marbles will be switching from side to side on the track with all these winding turns, very technical. Into the chicane they go. Trifastics, a bad bounce there. They will be faster than Sandy Speeders and Team Riptide. Looks like the championship contenders are not having very good results, 4th and 5th right now. Leafy Leapers, going into turn 8 and 9, staying pretty wide. Oh, but they bounce off the walls a little bit. I don't think that's going to allow them to take first place, but they had a good bounce there. No, they won't take first, but they will take third so far. A 10th ahead of the Trifastics. Wispy Racers up next, going around the sweeping right-hander. Staying on the outside mostly. Oh, pretty slow through there. They're going to have to try and stay off the walls through here and just maximize their speed going in through here. They try to straight shot it, but it doesn't work. They will be 3rd place, so not bad by them. Team Sunburn. Going around the sweeping right-hander. Ooh, it looks like they took a different line than others, braking and then taking it pretty sharp at a slower speed, but they are struggling to stay off the walls. How are they going to take this chicane? A pretty big bounce. And we'll have to see where they qualify. Oh, they're going to be dead last. Yeah, they had a good strategy, but they were bouncing off the walls. But Team Midnight will take pole position for this race. Purple Rollers starting right next to them. And crucially, Sandy Speeders and Team Riptide making up the back row. You can see here, the last chicane looks much more menacing up close than it does from our bird's eye point of view. So, we are starting, and away we go! Team Midnight with a great start. Leafy Leapers up into second from third. A good start by them. Looks like Wispy Racers are in third. As I say that, they move up to second. Leafy Leapers probably want that position back, and they are gonna take it back. Going into the chicane for the first time, Any Marbles making some moves. Looks like Trifastix moves up to third. Purple Rollers taking advantage of that chicane, moving up to fourth. Looks like Leafy Leapers, Trifastix were side by side. Leafy Leapers get the better of jumps. Further back, Team Riptide have made some progress. They are now up to fourth. Leafy Leapers are challenging Team Midnight. They are very close. Can Leafy Leapers make a move through here? No, they won't. Team Midnight will keep the lead going into lap 3, but Leafy Leapers are half a second behind them. Can they make a move through here? Leafy Leapers, oh, they collide with them, and they take the lead in turn 2. Can Team Midnight get back? Oh, Team Midnight get stuck, but it looks like they're gonna get swallowed by the swarm of all the marbles fighting for second place. They will stay ahead. As I say that, Trifastix make a move. Team Midnight make another move. They straight shot the chicane. Oh, and it looks like Leafy Leapers are falling down the elevator. Team Midnight are back up in the first. That was a roller coaster for Team Midnight fans. At some point, I thought they were stuck. Oh, it looks like Team Sunburn make a great move. They are up in the first. Leafy Leapers make a move also past Team Midnight, but they collide into a wall and they move back to 5th. Looks like Team Riptide had second place. They fall back to 4th. And Team Sunburn enter lap 5 as the leaders of the race. But Team Midnight will be hot on their tail, and Team Midnight take the lead once again on turn 3. Team Midnight are having none of it. They want to win this race after starting first. We are 1/3 of the way through, and it looks like Team Midnight are determined. Team Sunburn and Team Riptide trading places back there. Looks like Sandy Speeders are starting to fall behind. They're almost like 7 seconds behind. Exactly 7 seconds behind. That is not good for them. Looks like there's a lot of overtaking for second place. Team Sunburn make a move, but then they get overtaken again, just to overtake again. And just watch that battle for second place, guys. It is growing. There's like 5 marbles in the mix. This track is very technical, so it opens up a lot of opportunities for marbles to make mistakes. Any marble who can just concentrate and get the job done will do the best here. Looks like Team Sunburn always making moves, but then get overtaken again every time. Looks like Trifastix get them back and stay in 4th place. There's a small battle going on between Leafy Leapers and the Wispy Racers in the back. Not anymore. Leafy Leapers trying to catch up to the battle for 3rd place. Looks like Purple Rollers have started to separate themselves from 3rd place and are now chasing down Team Midnight. They at the moment are 1.5 seconds behind. The battle for 3rd place continues. Team Sunburn getting quite close to Team Riptide. And the Trifastix are going to try not to lose ground on that 3rd place battle as Team Sunburn make a move past turn 8 around the outside of Team Riptide. And now Team Riptide are falling into the grasp of Trifastix as Team Sunburn take a stumble in the elevator. And Trifastix are narrowly ahead of Team Sunburn. Oh, and it looks like Team Sunburn make the move right past them, and Team Riptide are now going to try and get past Trifastix, and Trifastix are stuck in this weird position of trying to get in front of Team Sunburn, but stay in front of Team Riptide as they make the move down the straight. Can Team Sunburn get right past on the chicane? Yes, they will! And it looks like they're going to go up the elevator, Team Sunburn in second. Oh, and it looks like Purple Rollers have fallen off the track from 2nd place. They are back down into 7th, but somehow they landed on the conveyor belt. Let's look at this replay again. It looks like they ball off the track, get some good bounces, and they have an amazing recovery past the grandstands and land back on the conveyor belt. Bravo to them. What a save by the Purple Rollers. But this means Team Sunburn are now in 2nd place. Oh, and as I say that, Team Sunburn have gotten stuck. They are falling down the order and they get hit. They are now back in the 7th place. And this has been critical for Team Riptide because they started in 7th place. And they are first in the championship. They now have a podium in their hands. But we are only on lap 12. And Leafy Leapers and Purple Rollers, along with Team Sunburn, are all trying to close into Team Riptide. Looks like Leafy Leapers have gotten past Purple Rollers. The 3 of them dancing around on that straight, trying to block everyone else from getting past. In the chicane, nothing happens. They're all driving very defensively. Marbles swerving everywhere to block each other. But it looks like it won't be enough for the Leafy Leapers. They have an amazing move, and Team Riptide did get stuck a little bit. Purple Rollers are now past them. They are in 4th place. Can they close into Leafy Leapers, get a podium spot after falling off? We're going to see in this chicane. Can they do anything in here? No, Team Riptide get past in 4th place. Oh, and Purple Rollers get right past again. And Leafy Leapers trying to hold back. It's lap 14 of 15 with 2 laps to go. Can Purple Rollers get into the podium places? The crowd was crazy when they saved it. Imagine the crowd if they were to get back up into the podium places. But it looks like the gap is quite a lot going into the last lap. Team Midnight going around turn 6 right now. Team Riptide with a great move past Purple Rollers, but Purple Rollers get them right back again. Pin Sandy Speeders, by the way, just getting up the elevator. And Team Midnight will win the Canadian Grand Prix. Leafy Leapers have a big enough gap to stay on the podium. Purple Rollers, a great drive by them to finish 4th. Oh, and it looks like Wispy Racers and Team Sunburn get past Team Riptide, who have had a dismal race and finished back in 7th, right where they qualified. Sandy Speeders finishing dead last, 17 seconds behind. The two championship leaders finishing last and second to last. Team Midnight, though, finishing first, starting first. What a race for them. They did what only Team Riptide and Sandy Speeders have done, and they started in first. They finished in first. That is the best way to win Event 5 of Forolla Prix. You can see here, Team Riptide are still in the lead, but by 2 points in the championship. Purple Rollers, with a great drive, could have had more, but they will be happy with 3 points behind Team Midnight. It could have been a lot worse. Sandy Speeders now drop back to 4th. The midfield is now so much closer. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in Portugal.